Bad news for Fedfans, as Roger Federer has just announced that he'll undergo another knee surgery and will miss the remainder of the 2021 season. Federer let his supporters know the extent of the knee issue sustained at Wimbledon in a 90-second video posted to IGTV.
Hey everybody, it's Roger here. I hope you're doing well. Listen, I just wanted to update you or give you a bit of an update what's been going on since Wimbledon. As you can imagine, it's not been simple. I've been doing a lot of checks with the doctors as well on my knee, getting all the information as I hurt myself further during the grass court season and Wimbledon, and it's just not the way to go forward. So unfortunately, they told me for the medium to long term to feel better, I will need surgery. So I decided to do it. I'll be on crutches for many weeks and then also out of the game for many months. So it's going to be difficult, of course, in some ways, but at the same time, I know it's the right thing to do because I want to be healthy. I want to be running around later as well again. And I want to give myself a glimmer of hope also to return to the tour in some shape or form. I am realistic, don't get me wrong. I know how difficult it is at this age right now to do another surgery and try it. But look, I want to be healthy and I will go through the rehab process, I think also with the goal while I'm still active, which I think is going to help me during this long period of time. So also big thank you already now, maybe for all your messages that are going to be coming in, because you guys are always incredible. You always think of me. Some of you suffer with me. Some of you just wish me the best. I want to see me back on court or see me smile. I am doing okay, so I appreciate that. And I'll update you as I move along with my rehab. So I wish you all the best, and I'll check in with you soon. Take care. Bye.
I'm going to give my thoughts about this statement and situation later, but I first want to provide you all with a timeline of Federer's knee problem. Throughout the early stages of his career, Federer's primarily been plagued by back injuries, but the knee dilemma started just after the 2016 Australian Open. Roger actually tore his meniscus off the court while running a bath for one of his daughters. Federer didn't undergo arthroscopic knee surgery but returned back to action after a 10-week layoff. However, the knee plagued him later on that year as he aggravated it against Milos Raonic during the Wimbledon Championships. After that, he shut it down for the remainder of the season, going through more extensive rehab to fully heal the knee. The following year, he returned back to the Slam winner's circle and remained relatively injury-free for a few years. At the 2020 Australian Open, though, Federer appeared to be bothered by a groin/knee issue and later announced in February of that year that he undergo another arthroscopic knee surgery. He set his sights on returning for the Wimbledon Championships, but even with the help of the COVID pause, Roger wouldn't be seen on a tennis court again in 2020. The Swissman unfortunately experienced further setbacks while recovering from that surgery and subsequently underwent another arthroscopic procedure that sidelined him for all of 2020. Roger made his long-awaited return to the tour at the 2020 Qatar Open, where he played 2 matches. He was supposed to play in Dubai and Miami as well, but wanted to take additional time to prepare and train. Surprisingly, Roger decided to play on clay in an effort to build more confidence and match reps for Wimbledon. After falling in the opening round of Geneva, Federer advanced to the 4th round of Roland Garros, withdrawing ahead of his encounter with Matteo Berrettini. Roger said he did this to ensure his full health for SW19. Everything seemed to go according to plan as Roger reached the last 8 in England playing solid tennis. However, during that quarterfinal with Hurkacz, he aggravated that issue and went out meagerly, getting bageled in the 3rd set. Soon after, Roger withdrew from the Tokyo Olympics, citing the knee, but assured fans that he already started rehab in the hopes of returning for the US Open Series. Now we know that the issue is far more serious, as rehab alone isn't doing the trick, and unfortunately, Federer has to undergo yet another surgery. This latest setback of course raises additional questions about Roger retiring, and I do have to say, it's not looking good. Roger just turned 40 last week, and although he can still hang with the game's best, I'm unsure of whether he can last a full Slam tournament without his body letting him down. With greater age comes greater obstacles, and sadly, Roger's at that period where it's harder and harder to recover from injury. He did say that he had a glimmer of hope to return to the tour, so Roger is a bit hopeful at least, but I think a lot of this decision to undergo surgery was just him wanting to be pain-free in his later years. Roger said he'll be out for many months, so it isn't likely that he'll return for the Australian Open. The next Slam he likely play will be Wimbledon, as the clay would be too much for him, I'd assume. Roger told the press that he didn't know what the future held for him and was unsure of whether he played Wimbledon again. He could have been possibly preparing to call it quits at this year's US Open or the 2022 Australian. I really don't know if we'll see Roger back on a tennis court again, as he does tend to have setbacks during the stints post-op. Regardless of what happens though, he's had a timeless career and I wish him all good health. That's it for this video, and let me know in the comments what you think about Roger's announcement and whether you think he'll make a return to the tour. Also, make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell so you're notified whenever we post new content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time here on Grand Slam Tennis News Today.